So, like the guys at the Straight Pipes YouTube channel would say, 2021 Porsche 911 Turbo S with launch control, my first ever launch control. Wow, wow, wow. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of Pan TheOrganizer. So today, I think this has been a long-awaited video. We're in my 2021 brand new Porsche 911 Turbo S. I'm in my vehicle and I will be driving on one of my favorite driving roads. So we're mid-May and well, it's looking beautiful outside today. I put the car in sport mode and we're gonna just have some fun, and you're gonna get my driving impressions on this awesome vehicle, and hopefully you can hear a bit of the sounds and all that burble and snap, crackle, pop in the back, the turbo induction noise. This car is absolutely insane. So as you guys know, it's my dream car, a boyhood dream come true. And I hope you hear that sound. So yeah, I'm just gonna give you my driving impressions. I know you guys liked the exit interview I gave with my previous BMW M550i. And so we're doing this today with the Porsche. I know a lot of my viewers wanted to have my driving impressions. So in North America, the specs for this bad boy, 640 horsepower and 590 pounds-feet of torque from a 3.8 liter twin turbo flat six. It's actually 3.745 liters for the engine. And there you go, a lot of backfires. We have the optional sports exhaust. First time that a sports exhaust is available on the Turbo S. So this is the most powerful 992 generation Porsche at the moment. So this is the new generation, and it is absolutely crazy. So staggered wheeled setup as well for the first time. So 20 inches in the front, 21 inch wheels in the back, 315 width section tires, super wide. Oh God. The acceleration is absolutely bonkers. So in Europe, it's 650 horsepower or brake horsepower PS. So the measurements are a bit different. But we all know that Porsche tends to underrate their engine, so it's a lot more powerful than what we think. It is currently one of the fastest production cars to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles an hour in roughly 2.3 seconds in real-world measured tests. So under 2.5, 2.4 in that region, depending on which tests you look at. And the quarter mile in just a tick over 10 seconds at roughly 138 miles an hour. So 10.1, 10.2 is what I've seen. I can't wait to bring this to the track myself. I love drag racing, and this car is nuts. I got the optional front axle lift. It has active aero. I love the sound that it makes. So obviously it doesn't sound like the naturally aspirated GT3 RS or GT. The GT2 RS is actually turbocharged, but the GT3 RS has a red line at almost 9,000 RPM, and it just screams, right? That's a race car. The reason I wanted the Turbo S is because I wanted more creature comforts, a more supple suspension, more compliant, better sound deadening. I got the lightweight, insulated and heat rejecting glass as well. I have the Burmester sound system, so they're top of the line sound system because I am an audiophile, so I love to hear music as well. Although this thing just flies. My God, way too much power for, I don't know which human being needs this kind of power. I've seen all the reviews before I took delivery of my vehicle. I was watching so many different reviews. I've pretty much seen them all on YouTube at this point. Chris Harris, who I absolutely appreciate as a car automotive journalist, selected this as his car of the year, the 911 Turbo S, and also his sports car of the year. So that says a lot. Wow. 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 whew, the G-forces that are generated is nuts. Not only on the acceleration, by the way, the top speed of this is 205 miles an hour. That's 333 kilometers an hour if I do the conversion right. So I also needed all-wheel drive because this is daily driven, and with our crazy Canadian winters, there you go, we have motorcycles coming by. It's a very popular driving road, beautiful in the trees, the lakes, a bit of hills and mountains there on the side, absolutely nuts. Oh, we're flying, guys, we're flying. I don't know if you can hear the turbos, but the rear engine is behind me, and I mean, I can hear all that air being sucked in by the intakes on the side of the car and on the rear deck as well. We have active aero, so the rear spoiler can go up and down, act as an air brake as well during emergency braking. Also, we have the Porsche carbon ceramic brakes, the PCCBs, the biggest they ever installed on a 911. This has 10 piston calipers, guys. Oh my God. So yeah, 10 piston calipers, and this thing comes to a halt very, very quickly. So if you can accelerate this quickly, you also need to be able to stop the machine as quickly as possible as well. It has been a blast to drive so far. It is absolutely nuts. I can't wait to go on other driving roads. A lot of Porsche owners welcomed me to the Porsche Club of America. So hopefully I'll be able to go to Porsche meets. And of course, having these cars that we're passionate about, well, it's all about driving, right? So these cars are meant to be driven. And yes, that's why I like to have it as a daily driver. And of course, I just washed it before coming out. There's still a lot of bug splatter. It's May, and of course, Mother Nature is coming out, so that's fine. Just another excuse to go and wash it afterwards. A nice straight line here. Pedal to the metal. My God. You quickly get to insane speeds with this car, and the stability. Wow. You feel so comfortable driving this. It really gives you a lot of confidence. I am not a race car driver by any means or by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just your average car driver. But I mean, it gives you a lot of confidence, and the limits are very, very high. So as many of you know, my previous vehicle was a 2018 BMW M550i with a 4.4 liter twin turbo V8 engine. And that had 460 horsepower and 480 foot-pounds of torque, 0 to 60 miles an hour in roughly under 4 seconds. 3.7 is what we measured, 3.8. And on the quarter mile, 12.3 seconds at 116 or 118 miles an hour, if I remember the stats on that car. But the Porsche is just another league, guys. As I take this curve here, oh my God. And of course, braking in the curve. And let the rear section just out a little bit, and there you go, full throttle. So I finished the braking period. Of course, always be safe with your engines, and now it's time to just enjoy driving it. My God, does this have power. It puts a smile on your face like none other. I remember, so when it was time to select my new vehicle, because I get a brand new car every 3 years, so it was between this and Aston Martin DBX, a Lamborghini, not the Huracan, sorry, because that's rear wheel, unless you get an all-wheel drive version, but the Lamborghini Urus, the Porsche Cayenne Turbo S E-Hybrid, and the 911. So of course it didn't have the Turbo or Turbo S for me to test drive. Those are super hard to get, by the way. It's crazy. You need to be on the waiting list. For a few years that I've been waiting for this already with my name on there, and you just can't stroll into a dealership, at least not here in Montreal, Canada, and just say, hey, you want one. It doesn't work like that. The waiting list is crazy. I had many cash offers to take my allocation, and I refused because this is my dream car, so I wanted to keep my spot. And so yeah, these these bad boys are going for a very high price at the moment. Many people, like for GT cars, the Porsche 911 Turbo S sells over the sticker price, especially in the US. A lot of my viewers have reported that. So it's kind of the same thing with the GT cars. I guess the demand is too high. And my Porsche dealership was telling me that they had their best year ever during COVID. Imagine that. So they sold so many units of any cars that they have. They barely have any vehicles left. So you grab whatever is left, but Porsche has a hard time keeping up with demand at the moment. There's so much that the factory can do. But to get back to this car, I don't know if you can hear the backfires, how the burbles cracks and pops. Bang, 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 bang. I love that. So the induction noise, the turbos, the spooling, the wastegates. Oh. Hopefully it translates a bit on camera. So for those who were complaining that the previous generation 911 Turbo or Turbo S, it wasn't as involving as far as the sound is concerned, this is a huge upgrade with the sports exhaust. It sounds nuts. Absolutely nuts, guys. I love this. So again, yep, I understand some like the naturally aspirated GT cars like the GT3 RS. Like that thing winds up to 9,000 RPM and it's a screamer of an engine, right? So if you want that race car feeling, especially if you drive the car on a racetrack and do circuit driving and all that kind of stuff, because that's what they're meant for, absolutely go for it. Again, another very hard car to get. But the suspension is too stiff for an everyday use as far as I'm concerned. Even this is a lot stiffer, the 911 Turbo S, than my BMW, so the BMW is obviously more comfortable. But as far as a daily driver supercar is concerned, I know a lot of people get bent out of shape when we say the Turbo S is a supercar, but for me, it is, guys. It has actually hypercar numbers. You'd be very hard pressed to find a production vehicle that's not a limited run that accelerates 0 to 60 in under 2.5 seconds and does the quarter mile in just a tick over 10 seconds. That is like definitely hypercar territory. There are hypercars that don't accelerate as fast as this. I'm sure all the car nuts out there and with my viewers, yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. We look at all the videos and read all the books. I used to be an automotive journalist as a spare sideline when I was younger. So write for a popular automotive magazine. Even younger than that, I was writing for a tuning magazine. So I was into car tuning when I was younger. I will not mod this car though. I like to keep my cars stock. And I appreciate them for what they are. And I get a brand new car every 3 years. So who knows what the future holds. But man, this is insane. Pedal to the metal, and then braking. Wow. So I got the G-force meters on my front screen. I got the center tack. I got the Porsche Sport Chrono package. Got a lot of options on the vehicle, by the way. I highly encourage that you go watch my reveal video that I had for you guys. Yeah, and on that reveal video, you're gonna see all the options that I selected. The car already comes pretty much full equipped. I mean, this is the top of the range 992 generation Porsche 911 right now, so the Turbo S. But I added probably another 30 to 40K in options. It gets crazy. With Porsches, it's never ending. But I wanted a bespoke version to me, so custom to my tastes, all my selections. So from the sound system, the aluminum gas cap, the front axle lift, the surround view camera, the Burmester sound system, the lightweight heat insulated and noise insulated glass. I got the windshield defrost. I got the panoramic roof, sliding and tilting glass. We got the center armrest with the Porsche crest. I mean, just a bunch of crazy options that just make the car look even better. I know you guys absolutely loved, like I did, the color. So it's called Aventurine Green, and the inside leather is Iceland Green. So yeah, my girlfriend helped me select the color options as well. I think it looks absolutely beautiful with this matte carbon fiber trim all over, the stitched leather on the dash. It just looks gorgeous. We tinted the glass with the legal limits. We have some limits here in Montreal, Canada, unfortunately. But yeah, it still looks pretty insane. And the PDK transmission on this, guys, the Porsche double Kupplung Getriebe. So hopefully I said that well for my German fans out there. So the PDK 8-speed. So first time they put that on a brand new model. So they specifically had to design this for cars like this Turbo S with all the power that it generates now. So the previous generation had 590 horsepower, close to there. So this has over 40 horsepower more, the biggest leap in horsepower and power in any Turbo S generation. So, and it's not an overboost, so the power is available all the time on this model. The previous generation, it was only available for a few seconds, and now the full-blown, full beans, as they say in the UK, is available. I have the drive select button on the steering wheel, and if I press that button, there you go. Hope you heard that. For 20 seconds, it goes into max everything ludicrous mode, and I see a timer on my electronic gauge. It looks crazy. So suspension to the stiffest setting, engine to the most power, throttle response. Wow. Oh, it's insane, guys. It's insane. So hopefully you were able to see a bit of the scenery. It looks, so you got to take these cars out, right? You got to enjoy them. They're meant to be driven. Once again, this is a daily driver for me, and I will enjoy every minute of it. So again, way too much power. This is crazy. On the roads, normally I'm a like grandpa style driver. I put the car in cruise control and I just enjoy some tunes on the sound system and I enjoy the scenery. But this one, you want to bring it in some twisties. Hopefully I'll do some mountain road driving, if that's one thing you'd want to see, by the way, because we have lots of beautiful scenery here in the province of Quebec in Canada. So huge country, but beautiful outdoors. So if you want to see that, let me know. Drop a comment in the comment section under the video. And by the way, if you could hear the engine when I was driving like now, and the snap, crackles, and pops, let me know. Again, drop a comment in the comment section. I'm curious to know if you guys can hear all of that, at least a little bit. Hopefully it came through. So yeah, I love every minute of this car. It not only looks great, but the performance, 0 to 60 miles an hour or 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, guys, with this vehicle is just mind-boggling. You feel like you're going into warp speed. I test drove the, the other vehicle that was in my top 5 for my selection was the Porsche Taycan Turbo S. So although it accelerates super quick, this 911 Turbo S is just a tad faster as well, 0 to 60, and especially on the quarter mile. But it's different, right? So you don't get any real noise with electric vehicles, so I'm not quite ready for that. I'm a petrol head, and I love the sound of an engine, so I'm not quite ready for EVs, but I do understand those who love them. So the Teslas, especially the performance models, and the new Plaid model that came out, that must be bonkers. But oh man, everybody that I've given a passenger seat to in this vehicle until now have been blown away. They usually like hang on to their seats. They feel like they need to hang on for dear life. I remember my girlfriend, she was like, oh, what is this? What is this? By the way, if you want to see a launch control done with my girlfriend or my mother or my brother and kind of see their reaction, oh yeah, if you guys want to see that, let me know. Drop a comment. We'll kind of see if we can make that happen. All I can do is smile. I have such a grin on my face. My muscles are soaring right now. Muscle sores. Wow. So fuel consumption is out the door when you accelerate like this with this kind of power. But I mean, once again, we have one life to live. This car is meant to be driven, meant to be enjoyed. So let's get back to civilized mode now. So I'll put it back to normal. And as you can tell, the ride now is super compliant, very quiet, and very comfortable. These seats are just awesome. The driving position, like for any Porsche, whether it's the Cayman, the 911, the Cayenne, the Taycan, is always perfect. It's driver focused, driver centric, and it's just pure perfection. I got the optional shift lever, the aluminum PDK gear selector, because the other one seems too much like a little brown shaver, so I modified that. But the cockpit, the way everything is angled, the steering wheel is nuts. I can see through the steering wheel the kind of cutouts that they have on there, so that looks awesome. And yeah, these are just cars that are so fun to drive. Now I understand, although I had an Audi S5, which was by no means a slow car, that had a 333 horsepower, 3-liter supercharged V6. Super awesome car, looks great. Even today, that 2013 model still looks great. Then I moved on to a 2015 BMW 435i xDrive Grand Coupe, M Sport, so 2 M Sport packages that had 335 horsepower at the time, out of the 3-liter twin turbo powered inline 6. Then I moved on to the 4.4-liter V8 twin turbo BMW M550i. So by all means, all drivers' cars, all very awesome German powered, German engineered machines, super solidly built. But the Porsche, I think, is top of the range in the German world. Definitely a driver's car. I mean, I can just imagine all the road trips I'm going to have with this. Woo! The beautiful weather is out here with us. And yeah. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the short drive. And you were able to see all the beautiful camera shots as well, the B-roll footage, and see the car in all its angles, all its glory, all its beauty. So it's not only fun to drive, but it's amazing to look at. I find myself going into the garage at night just to stare at it sometimes, or even washing it. By this point, you guys have probably seen the ceramic coating video for this car, a few detailing videos, including the first maintenance wash that I did on it. If you haven't, please go and watch those videos. There's going to be a lot more content to come, of course, with the Turbo S. But thank you, by the way. I know all my viewers were there to support me, and you guys were super happy for me as well. You absolutely loved the fact that I was like a baby during the reveal, and like overly happy and super joyed by making this dream come true. And I want to reiterate that your dreams are also going to come true if you continue working hard and continue having those dreams. It's important, guys, to have some. I already have dreams for the future. Who knows what the future car is going to be, but you got to keep on dreaming. You got to keep on pushing hard, working hard, and regardless of what vehicle you guys end up purchasing, it doesn't matter, because every car guy has his dream car at whichever price point that is. It can be a Toyota Corolla, it can be a BMW, it can be a Porsche, it can be a Ferrari, it can be anything. It doesn't matter. What's important is what puts a smile on your face, and at the end of the day, what you feel happy with, and as a result of all your hard work, right? So yeah, thanks for sharing these moments with me. I totally appreciate you guys. The reason why we became one of the biggest car detailing channels on YouTube, as we're eventually going to approach 700,000 subscribers. Hopefully by year's end, we're going to surpass that. Well, it's all thanks to you. I have you to thank for that. You guys are absolutely awesome, by the way. And so if you want to see more videos with a Porsche, any ideas? I always like to hear what you guys want, and hopefully make that happen as well. So drop a comment, let me know what future videos or what future content you would like to see with a Porsche, and or any other future detailing videos that you guys have in mind. And once again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I highly encourage you to do so. Click that subscribe button that's under the video, and that way you'll subscribe to my channel, never miss my future videos. Hit the bell icon as well, so you'll be notified every time I upload to YouTube. So I'll send it off one last time with one quick acceleration burst for you. Here we go. Oh God, oh God. So thanks for being there. Thanks for watching. And in the meantime, don't forget, Keep it tight, keep it clean, and I'll see you on the next one. So like my friends at the Straight Pipes YouTube channel would say, 2021 Porsche 911 Turbo S with launch control, my first ever launch control. Oh my God. Oh.